I quite like to fly in the way that that Chris flies. I think that would be fun. The idea that you could swing it so fast that it becomes like some kind of personal helicopter. Be quite useful on safari if you're about to get eaten by a lion. You could just swing it, and then the lion's like, dude, that's not playing fair. That's not playing by the rules. You could probably like, you could tumble dry your clothes with it. You know, it's a little sort of extra fan. If you didn't have a tumble dryer, I don't know. There's so many uses for that thing. When I was a kid, I had this deck of cards, and in London we call them top trumps. And you can get them for like motorbikes or fighter planes or soccer players. And I had the Marvel superhero and supervillain top trumps, and it's got every character, every superhero listed according to their height, weight, intelligence, agility, superpowers. And Thor and Loki were in the deck, so that's how I knew that those two. Getting involved in the project, I was actually in a play in London with Kenneth Branagh. It's Anton Chekhov's very first play called Ivanov, and we were both acting in it. And it was announced that Kenneth had got the job directing the film, and I was dressed as a Russian doctor from the 19th century, with a waistcoat and a pocket watch and a vest, I should say. That's what you call waistcoats, isn't it? And a pair of like wire-rimmed glasses and a goatee beard. I mean, I looked like a Russian doctor. And I went up to his dressing room with a massive empty water cooler, pretending that it was Mjolnir, and pretended to be Thor. And he said, "Don't joke, you never know." And then cut to like 4 months later, I was in LA and I got called into audition, and because I've got naturally blonde hair, and then sort of further down the line, I got the part after about 4 months of auditioning and screen testing and trying to impress people. Well, he's amazing. I mean, he's such an inspiring leader, apart from anything else. And if he's nerdy about anything, he's nerdy about films. Like, he just loves movies. He loves actors. He loves the process of acting, the process of making films, and discovering different facets of it. And for me, the great pleasure was having acted alongside him. I mean, when you're acting with someone, I'd now say that the same of Chris and of Tony Hopkins, is it takes such a degree of mutual trust and respect. You know, you're showing sides of yourself that you would never otherwise show to complete strangers, and so having acted with Kenneth, we had that trust and respect, and I felt very supported and trusted by him. And he was asking me to go to some very extreme emotional places as the character of Loki, and understanding that he knew the challenges, but his handle on drama and comedy and spectacle is bar none. He's just an amazing man. In Norse mythology, Loki is the god of mischief. Thor is the god of thunder, and Loki is the god of mischief. And he's the prankster, the trickster god, the agent of chaos. He's the guy behind the curtain, pulling the strings, the puppet master, causing bad things to go down. And but he's also Thor's brother, Thor's adopted brother, half brother. He's very much second banana in the pantheon, but there is this fascinating psychological complexity to him. He's the trickster god, but he's also, there's a latent jealousy within him that is covetous of his brother's role in the universe, and he wishes he had the love and affection of his father Odin. He feels betrayed, rejected, lied to, and alone. And I think it's all of those very, very relatable human emotions and all that complexity which really give him his credentials as a bad guy.